What's happening, guys? Welcome back. And today we're going to do a cut test with the Kershaw Live Wire. This is a USA-made, out-the-front automatic knife made by Kershaw in 20 CV blade steel. And this was lent to me by Jason of Knife Dope. So thanks to you, buddy. And he said I could cut test with it, so I'm happy, very excited to do that. This knife, in my mind, could be a contender with my current favorite OTF, which is the Benchmade Shootout. The Shootout is an OTF that also cuts really well, and that's not always the case with OTFs. In fact, pretty rarely do they also look badass and cut super well, because generally the blade stock is thick. They're kind of thinner blades, this way. Skinnier blades. Thick, skinny blades don't patch through material very easily, usually. Pretty much always. The blade stock here is not overly thick. It's not a full flat grind, but we do have a nice fat swedge up here, thinning down things. It's almost a spear point, very fine tip, and I'm curious to see if this is going to do good with utility cutting. Because that's one thing that the Shootout does not excel at is utility cuts, because it is a Tonto. Slice is amazing, but doesn't do great utility cuts. So I'm excited. Let's go cut with it. Let's get it on. Now the factory edge was not amazing here. It's sharp, but not like very, very sharp. Easily cutting paper though. Let us begin. Let's cut up some cardboard. This is kind of the main thing I want to know. Is it going to cut cardboard well? Because if it can pass through cardboard easily, that means it's going to pass through a very wide range of materials pretty well. And yeah, actually a little surprised at the slicing capability here. Not bad at all. A couple times I got caught up in the sharpening choil. That's just what happens, when you have a sharpening choil. So not the end of the world. But yeah, look at that. I could tell it's not a TRM shadow or something, but definitely better than I thought it would. It's passing through easily. It really is. Maybe not quite as easily as the Shootout, but you're not going to have an issue with this day-to-day breaking down cardboard. If I was spending all day breaking down cardboard, this is not the knife I'd carry, but, day-to-day stuff, you're going to be fine. Utility cutting. Is this very fine tip going to be good for this? Not much belly, but there's a little bit you can kind of rock back on. Also interested to see how the Cecil rope does. And yeah, right away I can tell this is pretty good. Yeah. Not having to raise up to get to the tip, really, hardly at all. And it's just blazing through. It feels cool because the tip is so fine. I don't know, it feels different than like a sheep's foot or something where there's mass behind the tip. Here, there's nothing behind it. It's almost like you're dragging a needle through cardboard. And look at that. Since it's so fine, you can really do some turns and go around curves like that. It was cool. Pretty nice, man. Yeah, utility cutting with this was fun, I gotta say. Definitely did very good at this. All right, let's get to the Cecil rope. I'm realizing right now that I forgot to do the leather glove test. Oopsie daisy. Surprisingly, it's doing pretty good with this too. I thought, with the slight amount of belly. It wouldn't quite be enough to kind of rock back and do your kind of chopping cut, but it was enough. I was able to do the cut before my knuckles hit the surface. Now the switch is causing a little bit of a hot spot right on my finger right here. And when it's kind of almost in a pinch grip like this, I could definitely feel that switch. I tried scooting back a little bit. I tried to put my finger up on the spine. That worked pretty well. Got my finger out of the way of the switch. So yeah, pretty, surprising there too. Let's see if I can saw through this double strap area here. I've only had one knife cut through this with 0 fraying. Actually 2. And that was the Demco Shark Cub and the Spyderco Mule Team. Let's try cutting through this very hard plastic air hose. And this was pretty tough on it. It really almost didn't want to bite in. Once it did, it was a little easier, but yeah, you definitely feel the thickness of the blade here where, when you're passing through cardboard, it's a softer thing. It can kind of part and allow the blade to pass through it, but something really hard like this, it's not moving. So you're forcing the full width of that blade stock through it, and you can feel it. All right, let's go to the strap, the 2-inch ratchet strap. Will it get all the way through? Let us find out. Theoretically, looking at the blade shape and everything, I think it would do well. But it did not. Not even halfway. Maybe about a quarter of the way through. Wasn't sure if I was just did it wrong, if I slipped out or something. So we're going to do it 3 times as usual and see. Let's try it again here. Number 2. Try number 2. A little farther, about halfway. Last one. About the same. Halfway, maybe a little less. So, not great there. All right, let's test our edge out and see if it held up at all. If we can still cut the paper here. Yeah, we can, but it's definitely having some trouble. Now remember, we didn't start out with the best edge, so, that is a factor. If you go fast, you can cut it. If you kind of slow down, you get some tearing. Let's strop it and see what that does. And I think if you started the test with like a real nice edge, it would have obviously been better at this point. I want to do some whittling just to see kind of how it bites in and also test the ergos kind of hammer gripping. And when you're holding the knife like this, it's pretty comfortable. I feel the switch, but it's not digging into my palm. I feel that it's there, but it's really not hurting me. The clip's out of the way, and ergonomically felt good. All right, now let's strap it. So the only time I felt a hot spot was in that pinch grip. Here we go. And yeah, definite improvement. Still, I would like this sharper. If this was my knife, I would sharpen it right now. I'd put an edge on it, a new edge, because it needs it. Once it's not stropping back as sharp as you like, then it's time for a sharpening at that point. This is not brand new either. Jason had been using this, so this is not... It's a factory edge, but it's not a fresh factory edge, if that makes sense. So there you go. The Kershaw Live Wire. I think overall, a pretty good purchase. You know, you're getting... it's definitely a more solid feeling knife over the Shootout because you have actual aluminum handles. The switch is smoother. I still think the Shootout cut a little better. But a lot of people aren't going to be able to get over those plasticky handles. So, you know, it's definitely a factor for the Shootout. So, yeah, I was definitely surprised at how well it did those utility cuts, especially. So, yeah, there you go, folks. Hope you liked it. Please like the video before you leave. It helps me out a lot. And I'll see you next time.